Welcome into the Gridiron Grind, Dallas Cowboys NFL podcast. Jimmy, the Cowboys got bullied in Buffalo. It was not pretty.
No, it was not.
It was rather ugly. And kind of a bring you back to earth kind of game for the Cowboys after all the excitement from whooping up on the Eagles. Cowboys went up to Buffalo and got bullied. And I don't know what to think about this team anymore now. I guess everybody was right. This team is, it's we have a question this week and basically calling them the Jekyll and Hyde. And they're basically, the Cowboys are Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah. Dude. 20. You know how many rushing first downs we had? 7. You know how many they had? 20. They had 20. They had 28. They doubled us up on first down. 28 first downs to 14.
Yep.
Dude, they had 266 rushing yards. You know how many we had? Yes.
It was like 29?
89. Close.
89. Okay, 89.
They committed one penalty, which I don't know how that happens, but that's how Cowboys, that's how it goes. Dude, we couldn't stop the run. We missed Hankins. We missed Hankins.
Oh, we missed him big time.
We could not stop the run, and they ran right up the middle, right at us.
I said this in the post game. It reminded me of the Cardinals game. We couldn't stop the run.
Yeah.
Buffalo had a game plan. That was to run the football, and it worked. And now I think, the Cowboys, they're so bad at setting the edge that we cannot contain the run. They just get around the corner on us. We're so bad at setting the edge. That's like elementary football. That's what you teach kids the first year you're playing tackle football. Set the edge. Don't let them go outside. And the Cowboys are so bad at setting the edge.
Yeah, we got, we like to rush uphill. We have all these pass rushers, and then they rush uphill and rush themselves out of containment. And they run right by us.
The Cowboys defense is good at getting pressure on the quarterback, and that creates turnovers. So they create a lot of turnovers because they get a lot of pressure. But when the other team can run the football, we just can't stop them. And if we don't play with a lead, that doesn't play in our hands. If a team can still run the football on us, it's going to be tough. And the Dolphins doesn't give me much hope this week. I've looked at it every which way possible. Mike McDaniel's a smart guy. He, as much as he's want to throw bombs to Tyreek, and I'm sure he will take a couple chances, he also knows he's got a couple good running backs, Raheem Mostert and Devin Achane. The Dolphins are going to run the ball all over us.
Yeah, and the only saving grace is those guys might be a little dinged up, all three of those guys you mentioned. But, if we can't make, like if I'm Dan Quinn this week, hopefully Hankins is back, a little illness, and then that ankle sprain. But I'm sitting here going, we have to make Tua beat us. We have to make Tua beat us. And, and I think another thing, can we go ahead and never draft a Michigan defensive lineman ever again?
I second that.
I'd be fine with it, to be honest, because
Taco Charlton was terrible.
Yeah, we left TJ Watt on the board.
Yeah.
And this one is awful. And in between those two was the one we should have gotten if we just are destined to get one in Aiden Hutchinson, because he's the only one that can play. Because every other one is not good. Can we please?
Well, I say that guy that pushed the Packers, he's not bad. Gary.
Sean Gary, but he's a linebacker. He's kind of, they kind of use him standing up type deal. But I'm going, dude, we drafted Taco Charlton. Why? I don't know.
Terrible.
And then we drafted Mozzie Smith to be a run stuffer. And I'm sitting here going, dude, I don't even know if he recognizes the run.
He's not strong. He's weak.
No, he's not.
He gets pushed around.
He reminds me of Connor McGovern. You know how Connor McGovern looked like he's
a starting guard for Buffalo now, and he's pushing us all around.
I'm like,
for us, he looked terrible.
I'm just going, dude, that's not he does not look like an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
But
other than the game, how was Vegas? You were up in Vegas. Good time?
Vegas was good, man. Vegas is a good time. The rodeo was there. It's just a bunch of cowboys running around and cowgirls, and it was a good time, man. I enjoyed it. I'd enjoy it. I'll go back this time of year. It's not too hot. I've been in the summer several times and it's just miserable.
Yeah.
This time of year, it's it was in the 60s, low 60s, so it was good. It was nice.
All right. Well, Cowboys in some luck this week on the road again against the Dolphins. Cowboys are not good on the road. They're just not good on the road. And the Eagles threw us another bone losing to the Seahawks. So now we're still tied atop the NFC East. But we got to win out to have a chance because we need home field. We got to play some home playoff games if we want to get to the Super Bowl. I just don't. I said this in the post game. I have no faith that this team could go on the road and beat Philadelphia and San Francisco back to back. I just don't see it happening. This team has got to win the division and they got to play some home playoff games.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Like you said, I don't going on the road. I don't know what it is. And it was crazy because Amari Cooper. One, I wish we still had that guy, but that's,
Oh
we've
yeah,
said that
see that
multiple
play he
times.
made this past week?
Oh,
Flacco hit
golly.
him on a crosser.
And took it to the house, tiptoed
Yeah,
and took it to the house. I wish we still had him. But Amari Cooper, it was crazy. It's like he wouldn't even get on the bus. For away games. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I mean, these are professional athletes. Keyword there being professional, right? You're a professional means you go to work, day in, day out, doesn't matter. And some teams do it, and we just, for some reason, we aren't one of those teams. I mean, look at the Rangers in the postseason. Just again, not good at home, and that was kind of crazy, right? Not good at
yeah,
home, and it just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's just one of those things. But we're going to have to figure it out unless we get more help from teams like Seahawks or the Giants. Unless
yeah. In Philadelphia, the Eagles are 2 touchdown favorite against the Giants at home this week. So not a lot of
I would
faith.
love, I would love for Verducci to just get one, just one of these two games, just get one.
Would be nice. I think we have a chance, better chance in New York, obviously. Uh, so you're looking at the playoffs right now. Right now, we're the 2 seed, but we're tied with Philadelphia. That's because we've played more division games, but
Mhm.
we'll see how that shakes out. Uh, Dallas, Philadelphia, basically tied. I don't know the fourth, fifth, sixth tiebreaker, so I'm not sure how to break it because now we have the same record in conference and in division, and we have the same record amongst common opponents. So I really don't know the tiebreaker. I really don't. I'm gonna have to find that out. So, but the Eagles still have two division games. We still have one. The Commanders. Uh, Cowboys got a tough one. The Dolphins are fighting for the 1 seed in the AFC. They're only a game back of Baltimore, and Baltimore is playing San Francisco this week. But in all
Yeah, that's
likelihood, the 49ers are going to be the 1 seed in the NFC.
yeah.
Detroit
And Dolphins
played
are
well last
hungry,
week.
man. Yeah, Detroit did. Like
They're 10-4.
wow, what a game.
It's interesting to see if we do get the 5 seed, who we're going to play in the NFC South. Atlanta's really fallen. The Saints got killed tonight by the Rams. I guess it's going to be Tampa Bay again. They're 7-7. They're favored again this week. And then I think the Rams are going to end up making the playoffs after that start they had. I think they were like 1-4 to start the season.
Yeah, how about that, dude? And neither of those, like, Rams don't scare me. The Bucks don't scare me. None of the NFC South teams scare me.
No. I mean, the Cowboys, they're going to have to beat the Eagles and 49ers. And on the road, I just don't see it happening.
I think we
We
got a
did
better
clinch the
chance.
playoffs.
Philly.
We did clinch the playoffs, though.
Right. I love that. I saw today, like you said, we're the division leader, but like you said, it's just kind of a technicality. Um, but yeah, I
I
love it.
just
I
hope
love it.
I hope a lot of last week was the Cowboys battling like 10 players had the flu or some kind of
Mhm.
virus sickness. McCarthy had surgery during the week. I just hope a lot of that was a lot of last week was all that and we bounced back. But I just don't have faith this team does it on the road.
And watch, this may be one of those games, how we just killed the Eagles. I could see this being one of those games. Dallas just comes out and just looks unreal, just like Buffalo, just looks unreal. And you're like, whoa, where's this team? Look at them getting it done on the road and da da da. And then, you know, like this feels like one of those games where they just come out. It's kind of like the Philly, like where they sort of surprise us. Like the back of your mind, you're thinking Philly wins that game. You're like, yeah, it's about right. But you don't expect Dallas to come out and just mollywop them. And kind of the same with this one. It's like if Dallas wins, you're like, yeah, I mean, we have the personnel to win, we have the talent to win. Like, okay, but if we come out and just bulldoze them, you're gonna be like, whoa, you know, just like we were after that Philly win. You're like, whoa, okay, we're back now. And so we just got to play consistent, man. Great teams
Yeah.
play up here the entire time.
Well,
They don't.
what's going to be tough about the Dolphins, as I'm checking the stats here. The Dolphins have the highest scoring offense in the league. Cowboys have the second. Dolphins have the first. They're averaging 31.5 points a game. And they're only giving up 21 points a game. Cowboys averaging 30 points a game. And they're only giving up 17. So we need our defense to really step up, and we're going to have to find a way to stop the run. Way better than they did against the Bills.
Yeah, dude, if we can't stop the run, it's going to be over, especially with A-Chain, because A-Chain can hit a crease and be gone.
We don't have anybody on our defense who could run him down.
No.
AFC playoff picture it's a battle. It is a battle to see. All likelihood, Miami's probably going to win the AFC East, but Buffalo's playing as good as anybody. They showed that last week. They'll probably make the playoffs. Cleveland with Joe Flacco at quarterback, 9-5. They're sitting as the 5 seed right now. And then Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Houston are all 8-6. So it's huge last 3 weeks of the season for playoff contenders.
Dude, and those last three teams you just said, like I'm going, I don't know if I'd want to play, I mean, and those teams are hot
Yeah.
right now. Like Indy, I mean, Gardner
Like I
Minshew
said,
looks
I do
good.
not want to play I wouldn't want to play the Colts right now.
No, dude, they're getting it done. And Jacksonville, you know what they can do. So yeah, it's those last three teams are they're dangerous. Any one of those getting in is pretty dangerous. So
Colts was a big winner for
glad
you
we'd
last
only
week.
see them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Colts were a big winner for you last week.
Yeah.
Getting that win. Gardner Minshew. Dude, it's tough.
Yeah, unreal.
All right, we'll move to our next segment, questions of the week. You can send us your questions, gridirongrindsports@gmail.com, or comment on one of our videos, DM us on Twitter or Instagram. This week's question comes from Dale from Denison, Texas, Jimmy. DM'd us on Twitter. And this is the Jekyll and Hyde question I referenced earlier in the show. Dale says, the Cowboys are Jekyll and Hyde. Do you think they are more of the team that dismantled the Eagles 2 weeks ago, or are they really more of the team that got embarrassed last week in Buffalo? Who are these Cowboys?
Not to sound like a homer, but it's going to end up sounding that way. I think we're more of the team that dismantled the Eagles simply because we were healthier against the Eagles than we were against Buffalo. The illnesses, McCarthy being out, stuff like that. Like that stuff takes its toll. Now, we still had the meat and potatoes, the majority of our team there, especially offensively. So, we definitely should have played better. But yeah, I think we're more of the team that dismantled the Eagles. We seem like the type of team that rises to the occasion, and that's evident, where how good we play when we're behind. It's like all of a sudden we just turn it on. It's like we come into the game here and we're comfortable playing here the entire way. But then when we have to do this, we do it. And sometimes we do it just too late. But yeah,
I think we're at home. If we're at home, we're maybe the best team in the league.
Yeah.
On the road, we're average, below average team. We're 3-4 on the road.
And then that crazy.
And our 3 road wins are against teams that will not make the playoffs. The Giants, the Jets, the Chargers. Or no, with the Jets, That was in New York, wasn't it?
Hmm.
I know the Giants was on the road. We beat them. Oh, it was the Panthers. It was the Panthers and
Panthers.
Chargers.
Yep.
The Jets was at home. So either way, still true. Our 3 road wins were the Giants, Panthers, and
Chargers.
Chargers. Neither of those teams are making the playoffs. And our 4 losses, all at home, at the Cardinals, one of the worst teams.
Mm-hmm.
49ers absolutely dominated us. That's somebody we'd have to beat in the playoffs. Eagles, we blew it, had every opportunity. And then Buffalo got dominated. And 2 of our last 3 are on the road. Got at
I'm
the
just glad we
Dolphins.
get Detroit at
Yeah,
home
Lions
instead
at
of having to
home,
go to
and then at the
Detroit.
Commanders. Yeah, that's a big time. So, I think the Cowboys are dominant at home. They're a Super Bowl team at home, but on the road, they're not a playoff team on the road. I mean, they're just
I
not good.
can't get it. I don't. I don't know, Dale. I don't get it. I don't.
I don't get
Jekyll
it.
and Hyde.
Well,
That's pretty good.
us Dallas Cowboy fans, we know exactly what you're talking about, Dr. Jekyll
Yeah.
and Mr. Hyde. So, thanks for that question, Dale from Denison, Texas. Again, send us your comments, your questions, gridirongrindsports@gmail.com, or comment on our video, DM us on Twitter, X, or Instagram. Let's move to a more positive segment, our final segment of the show. It's our bets, and we are on fire. We continue to be on fire. Every week we have a winning week. Jimmy and I both were 2-1 apiece.
Love it.
Moves me to 29-14 on the season. Jimmy 30-20 on the season. I mean, that's a combined 25 games over 500 on the season. So
Love it.
we're killing
Keep
it.
Rolling.
Killing it in our bets. I have 5 bets this week. I'm going with 5.
I got 5 as well, man. I love it.
Nice. All right, I'll start it. Sunday, I'm gonna go to the well where you went last week. The Colts. Colts are on the road against the Falcons. The Falcons have been playing terrible football lately. And the Colts are getting points, even though they're on the road. I love the Colts here +3. I'll take it.
I'm on that game too. Colts +3. For the exact same reason, like the Falcons, dude, are bad.
Yeah.
And the Colts are rolling. Colts are still battling for a playoff. Minshew is one of those guys, man, that he's a bro. And I
Yes.
think his energy translates. He's not he's obviously not a franchise guy because he'd still be in Jacksonville probably. I tell you what, he's really good. And man, he's fun to watch. And Colts +3. And I also like the over in this one, over 44. I think the Falcons will do just enough to help us out here. Colts Falcons over 44. I can see the Colts getting into the 30s, maybe even the 40s themselves. It's in a dome. So, it's not going to be have to worry about weather or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm with you. Colts +3 and Colts Falcons over 44.
The Falcons have lost. They barely beat the Jets by 5. They lost to the Panthers last week and lost to the Cardinals not too long before that.
Yeah, how terrible is that to lose to the Panthers?
Yeah. Falcons are not good. I love the Colts here. Love it. Next game, I got Lions Vikings under 47. The Lions have been the king of unders because they'll get up to a big lead, and then Dan Campbell knows what he's doing with the lead. He just sets on the ball, plays good defense, runs the football. The Lions can really run the football. I don't see the Vikings contributing much on offense. I just don't. 47. I mean, the unders hit at an astronomical rate in the NFL this year, and I think this is one that hits. I think it will be like a lot of other games. It gets up to 40, and then it's like the fourth quarter, and then you'll have like 2 field goals or something, and you'll cash
They
it.
just trade punts back and forth.
Yeah, trade punts, kick field goal. Then the Vikings will be in field goal range, but they won't settle for a field goal because they're down, and they'll end up not scoring on 4th down, and you'll cover. So I like the Lions Vikings under 47.
I like it. I'm going to travel back in time to Saturday. We're on Sunday games. Let's go back to Saturday. Give me Bengals Steelers. Give me Bengals +3. Man, Bengals +3. They got it last week. Let's get it again this week. Bengals +3
Who are they playing?
on
The
the road
Steelers?
again. On the road, huh?
They playing the Steelers?
Steelers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're having quarterback issues.
exactly. Like Trubisky's healthy, but they don't even want to play him. They're going to start Rudolph, I think. So I'm
Yeah,
going great. Give me Bengals +3.
that's a great bet. I looked at that one. I like it. Uh my next game, I got two bets on this game. It's Cowboys Dolphins.
Oh, love it.
First off, Cowboys Dolphins under 50. 50 is the highest total of the week. And I'm taking the under because the under's been hitting. Cowboys, when they lose, the under hits. Just like last week, Buffalo got to a big lead and they just milked the clock because they can run the football. I think the
Mhm.
Dolphins, if they get up, they're going to run the football and milk the clock. Cowboys can't stop the run. And I think it'll be under 50. And I also like the Dolphins -1 because I just don't have any faith in the Cowboys on the road. So give me the Dolphins -1 and Cowboys Dolphins under 50.
I like it. I like it. I'm going Commanders Jets. Give me the Commanders +3. Dude, the Jets, they're just bad. I don't care who's, I mean,
They're
they can
bad.
activate. Yeah, they just, it's not good, man. I mean, the Jets last week lose 30-0 to Miami. They can't even score. The Commanders, they lose 28-20 to the Rams, but at least they put up 20 points. I mean, crap, at that point, these are the scores. So the Jets beat the Texans surprisingly 30-6. Other than that, they've scored
Yeah.
8, 13, and 6, and not to mention last week was 0. Give me the Commanders +3.
I'm with you. Jets are terrible. They're terrible. My last one's a Monday night game. Big game. Ravens at the 49ers.
Yeah.
I think it's a big time game. Two big offenses. I'm still taking the under 47. I think in these big time games, I think the defenses play really well. Two really good defenses, two really good offenses. But I think it's a tight game. I think it's a close game. I think it'll be like a 24-21 type of game.
Mhm.
And I think the under hits. So give me Ravens 49ers under 47.
I think you're exactly right. And these games that are supposed to be high scoring a lot of times aren't. That's why I went with Colts Falcons over because I'm going.
Yeah.
Seems like in the NFL, if teams aren't supposed to score points, they do somehow. And I agree with that. Like you said, the both these teams, the 49ers defense in particular, I feel like
It's
they're the type
legit.
of team that goes, okay, this high powered offense is coming in. Watch this. I mean, we know what they did to us, so I think it's more of the same. I think that's a great bet, Trey. My last one. It doesn't happen very often. But we go against each other every now and then, head to head, and another one this week. Cowboys Dolphins. Give me Cowboys +1.
All
This
right.
is the type of game that the Cowboys win and get us all hyped up and hoped up. And just like after the Eagles, I know it's on the road, but I think there's enough of the injury bug going around Miami. And I think they called the Orkin man, the Terminex guy, whoever you use, uh, burn some sage, whatever you want to do. Got the injury bug out of the Cowboys locker room. Give me Cowboys +1 on the road against the Dolphins.
I'll gladly be wrong on this one. I mean, I'll gladly
100%.
pay for a win. I'll pay for a win. Absolutely. The old adage. If we're gonna lose, I'm gonna make some money. But if we win, I'll lose a unit to see the Cowboys win.
Yeah. Dude, and how many times have you and I been in a room with our buddies and we're just sitting here going, oh man, everybody's kind of bummed out and we're going, yeah, I mean, this sucks, but we also had the 49ers -3, or whatever. They're like, how can you
Yeah.
bet against the Cowboys? Like, easy. Because if they win, I'll pay for a win. And if they
Yeah.
lose, I might as well get paid.
I'll do what I
So
gotta do for the Cowboys to win. And
exactly.
if that's bet on the Dolphins, so be it.
Yep, there you go. I appreciate your sacrifice.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, here's a gridiron grind recap. We got 5 bets apiece. Jimmy, Saturday, he's on the Bengals +3. Sunday games, he's Colts +3. Colts and Falcons over 44. Commanders +3 and the Cowboys +1. Myself, I got 4 Saturday games. Colts +3, so we're both on the Colts. I like the Lions and Vikings under 47, Cowboys Dolphins under 50, and I'm going Dolphins -1. And on Monday night, I got Ravens 49ers under 47. Again, we're combined 25 games over 500 in our best bets for the NFL. we're on fire.
Yep.
And
I think
we
we got
didn't
a
have
good week other than the head-to-head.
Yeah. In our college, we put out a college show last week. No college show this week, but we gave you like 10 bets apiece. Jimmy 1-0 so far last Saturday. Who was it that you hit? Oh, Texas Tech. We both had Texas Tech. Yeah. So Jimmy 1-0 on those college bets. So he's got a few more that are going this Saturday. We both have some for Saturday. We'll have our next college show next week. So tune in for that. No post-game show this week because we got church Sunday Mass right after the Cowboy game. So no post-game show this week. But join us next week. We'll have our college show and our NFL pod. So we'll be back regular week next week. So thanks for joining us. Hopefully the Cowboys get back on track this week. And we'll see you next week. Go Cowboys.
You, Drake. Go Cowboys.